What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. Hit that subscribe button as soon as you come in. Asante Samuel loses against Deion, but has a point against Ryan Clark. Guys, I don't know if y'all have seen it, man. Asante Samuel going back and forth with Deion, primetime Sanders, and guys, he's just pushing a rock uphill. There is no way he's going to win this battle. You are going against a brand versus making a point about statistics. When people talk about Deion Sanders, Asante, they're not talking about a cornerback. They're talking about a brand. And like Deion said, a movement versus a monument. And Asante Samuel's, guys, is just one of those guys that I think here's what's happening. When you watch him talk, he's talking about he's from Lauderdale and he's trying to make a point based on statistics, but his statistics don't pass the eye test. And what Asante Samuel sounds like is a guy who people in his circle don't want to give him his props. And y'all know we've all been there. The people closest to you don't ever want to tell you how great you are. So you go outside of that circle to try to get people to validate you. And Asante Samuels is losing this battle, man. There's no way nobody's going to ever say he and Primetime are in the same sentence. Now, what he could have said was, instead of fighting over the T-step or whatever, what he could have said was, hey, Prime, let me come to Colorado and show these guys the right way. Because clearly these guys are getting it wrong. You know, I mastered it. It did me well. Everybody can't be you, Prime, but let me teach these guys who will never be to your level naturally the T-step as well as an option if they're struggling with some other, if they're struggling with some other techniques. That's why Asante Samuel is losing the battle. He's fighting a brand trying to use statistics, and he can't pass the eye test because the problem that Asante Samuel got is, before him, Champ Bailey gonna be in that discussion. Charles Woodson gonna be in that discussion. Darrell Revis is gonna be in that discussion. There's so many other guys that's gonna be ahead of Asante Samuel. And then the second problem he got, where's Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, who talked about just validating him, saying, hey, look, man, we hated going against that guy in practice. You go listen to people talk about Primetime Sanders. Michael Irvin hated going against him in practice. Jerry Rice hated going against him in practice. People didn't throw his way. You're talking about a monument. You're talking about a brand. You're talking about somebody who was ahead of his time. Like, we had never seen somebody embrace that swag from a professional standpoint and back it up. That's where Asante Samuel's first problem is. Stop trying to debate a brand with statistics. It's not going to work because there's an emotional attachment to a brand that people ain't even going to hear your argument when you're talking statistics. Statistics don't have emotions. Brands do. That's why people are brand loyal to Coca-Cola, brand loyal to Apple. Asante Samuel doesn't have a brand, which is why he's losing the battle. But fast forward, guys, Ryan Clark came in on his Pivot podcast, and he made his point that he was Team Deion. Asante Samuel came back and called him Uncle Tom. And I said, here's the deal, guys. This is bad for Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark out here catching strays. Ryan Clark is the #1 guy who goes on ESPN, and he cries about racism all the time. Why didn't Asante Samuel recognize that? Why did Asante Samuel call him Uncle Tom? Because what if all of a sudden, guys, Ryan Clark is behind the scenes being told what to say and really don't mean all this stuff he's talking about with race? Does Asante Samuel know something that the public don't know about Ryan Clark? Is this racism thing on ESPN all a big hoax? He called that man Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom means you selling out black people in order to please white people. So is the racism talk just all an act from Ryan Clark, and behind the scenes, he knows that that type of rhetoric on TV is actually going to hurt black people more than help them, because black people are going to start saying, well, if everything racist, why should I work hard? Is Ryan Clark truly an Uncle Tom? Because if Asante Samuels knows something, now he losing the battle with he using the battle with Deion Sanders. He ain't gonna win that battle. But if all of a sudden the smoke switches to Ryan Clark, is Ryan Clark about to get exposed? I don't know, guys, because I always thought Ryan Clark pushed race too heavy on ESPN. He doesn't do that on the Pivot, but he does it on ESPN so hard. Does Asante Samuel call him out? Is this about to expose Ryan Clark? And out of all this stuff, Ryan Clark catches the stray. Man, y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think Asante actually winning against Deion? You think he's right about Ryan Clark being an Uncle Tom? Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and until next time, I'm going to holler.